movie that I think you guys are all in.
We're gonna talk about it. Okay, cool. How long we have?
We got an hour.
We got an hour to chat about this shit? That's a lot of chat. Good God. Everybody stand up and stretch. It's gonna be a long fucking Alright, who's got questions?
Alright, so if you have questions, go.
Perch up, brother. What do you got? What do you use for your hair? That same thing I've used since I was a fucking kid. Cheeks fingers. That's how we do it, baby! Who's next? Yo, brother, right there. I don't care if you have a question or not, you're in front of the mic. Start spewing. What do you got?
How you doing?
On your feet, quick. What do you got? Question. Is every even number greater than 2 to some surprise?
Yes.
What? What was that?
Yes, it is. I didn't hear a word you said.
Okay, this is starting to get crazy.
What's up? Blondie. Stand up, Blondie. Oh, I actually know you. And you're backlit, so all I can see was blonde hair. Go on the mic so everybody can hear you.
Let's do some ground rules for questions. No asking anyone to strip.
Wait, what? Did you say strip?
We can strip if we want to.
If you want the penalty, then that way.
You can leave your friends behind. Friends don't strip, and if they don't strip, then they're fucking...
They're no friends of mine.
I'm sorry.
So, it's not a question, it's a request.
Sit down. I'm kidding, go ahead.
No, it's not gonna happen. Or these
I
pants.
love your fighting britches, buddy.
Situation.
Check out, one leg is a unicorn, the other is Godzilla. And when her legs rub together making noises like crickets, as they will do, she's got a little battle going on.
So anyway, it's not a question, it's a request. Could you channel Connor and hit on me? Let me provide you like a scene.
But you never provide me a scene, because I'll tell you this. Connor he employs the tools of genius. Brevity and concision.
Okay.
There's no like background check, there's no like dialoguing for 45 minutes or anything of buying cocktails. It's just lose the panties. That's pretty much it.
That'll work.
You're not wearing any.
What did you say?
She's not wearing any.
You have what? Dollar bill, yo. Is somebody gonna make it rain up in this big out?
I believe the zombie.
What do you got, buddy?
Can you tell any stories about working with Norman that won't get you an arrow shot in the throat?
They won't get an
Any
arrow.
stories about Norman that won't get you?
Brian Mahoney, tell him about working with Reed and Steve.
He's a stud, but not as big of a stud as Sean, clearly.
Tell them stories, Brian Mahoney.
I'll tell you stories. I was lucky enough to go to the Middle East and Africa with Norm and Sean to meet the troops, and it was a fantastic experience. But the difference is, at the end of a long day, meeting all the troops, me and Norm and Troy Duffy would go find a drink somewhere, and Sean would go straight to the gym and train the troops because he is a badass jiu-jitsu motherfucker.
Hey, that dude's a Cobra pilot. No shit. He flew Cobras. That's no shit.
It was a long time ago in the galaxy far away. Back to you, baby, back to you. I gotta say, in all the places we stopped in the Middle East and Africa, I watched him and I videotaped quite a bit with the troops, and every one of them wanted to pin Connor McManus. And not one of the badasses could take him down. Not one.
It was fun. I had an enjoyable time doing it. I loved it, and God bless those guys. They They're the real fighters out there, and I thank them for the service. If there's any service cats in here, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. And it was an honor to go and hang out with those guys and do some training, and they showed us all of their stuff. We showed them all of ours, not in a dirty way, but it was really wonderful, life-changing experience, and we had a ball. Love to do it again.
Good time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I have a question for you.
Lay it on.
So the Hernandez brothers, underneath those pea coats and swabby clothes, are we wearing boxers or briefs?
Whatever's available.
Mahoney, boxers or briefs?
I thought you didn't wear anything.
What's that?
I thought you didn't wear anything.
Boxers or briefs?
Commando! Rock!
It's commando.
Is it commando? What is it?
Yep.
Let me tell you this shit right now. Who's got a sore ass? You can borrow a pillow. Let me tell you this. No dude who is a dude wears anything but fucking tight shit, keeping his stuff up nice and snug. God forbid anything fucking happens to you. You gotta chase a motherfucker down. You don't want your shit flapping around like two fucking marbles in an empty jelly jar. Fuck that shit. Everybody out there like, oh yeah, man, I wear boxers. Fuck you, no you don't. You've never run a day in your life. You get chased, fuck you. Somebody comes and pinches your chick's ass and run away, you're like, well, maybe I would go after him, but I got boxers, and my shit will fucking rack together like knockers. Fuck that shit. I want 1,500 thread count underwear wrapping my shit up tight. God bless them. The most precious thing I own, my genetic legacy, is between my legs. And my moral compass swings with every step. And I do not protect that shit with some sandpaper cotton boxers that let my shit go anywhere they fucking want to go. I want them where I put them. I want that shit to stay there. And that commando shit. Let me tell you about this. All the chicks out there think they're sexy. They're like, I'm not wearing any panties. Really? Then you got shit hygiene. Come on, I know it sounds filthy, like I'm not wearing it. No, it sounds like you got shit hygiene. That's like saying, I'm so fucking real, I don't wear panties, and I don't even brush my teeth. Oh, I just got a diamond cutter here and that. No! Who's next?
I am wearing pants.
That was a long answer to a short question.
Okay, so being from Maine, I have to ask, where is Bob Marley and how did you like working with him?
Yeah, Bob Marley!
Bob Marley's on tour right now.
I tried to
Bob Marley is the funniest man in the world.
Yeah. Yeah!
You know, one time, it's one of the last scenes that Bob Marley does in Boondock 1. And he's living with Pete Mahoney. They gave him this nice palace. And he went out drinking with us in this like wretched house. And he goes to Troy, he says, you know, Troy, it's my last scene tomorrow, but I feel like drinking. He goes, I want you to drink tonight. You get as drunk as you can to Bob Marley. And so they pick you up where your address is. But Bob Marley was in our place, and so he stuck all these signs. Everybody, it's Bob Marley, I'm here. I'm not at the other address and all that. Got drunk as hell for his last scene.
Of course.
We love Bob Marley.
We love Bob.
What was the last scene? What was it for? The last scene he shot? Or
The last scene he shot. The last scene
What
he
scene was
shot.
that?
Oh, I don't know. But no, I didn't pay attention, but what I'm just trying to say is Bob Marley is a man.
And we do not know what kind of underwear he wears, and we do not give a shit.
Maybe he wasn't a runner. We don't know.
Be nice to us now, come on.
We love Bob.
What do you got?
Hey fellas, what's the status of the next movie?
But Sean knows as much as I do, but I think he's written it, he just has to brush it up.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Lebowski?
Yep.
Is that the Big Lebowski? Dude. Abide.
I'm from Maine also, but my question is, did you feel dirty working with Ron Jeremy, or?
No, I got the best photo in the world from that cat. You guys want to check it out?
I know it. Show us.
I will. While we're getting at this, I can find out. If you guys ask another question, I'll show this to you. Hysterical picture. It's one of my claim to fame.
You know, can I tell you, did any of you guys ever see Ron Jeremy's, have you ever seen any of his work?
No. Before Boondock Saints.
Before Boondock Saints, have you ever seen any?
You know, the first question you ever asked Ron Jeremy, obviously, if you're a dude, because I asked him all this questions, I don't give a shit. I'm like, dude, really? So, it's fucking like a foot long, like, weren't chicks scared of it in high school? It's like, I mean, come on! Every dude's wildest dream in high school is like, okay, sweet, I got a prom date, I'm going behind the bleachers afterwards, man, as soon as they play that song. And what's gonna happen if you're like, zip, yeah. High school chicks are gonna, so I asked her, I'm like, really, come on, man, what is this? It's like a fucking foot long or some shit. He's like, he's 2 inches from the floor. And it wasn't shit either. You know what I got for a rap gift? I swear to God, no shit. He gave me, the same year in the sex toy industry, they released the Ron Jeremy Life Mold Dildo. Swear to God, like, he hands this to me, and he's like, thanks for the hard work, Ron Jeremy. And he's like, that's me. It's vascularly perfect and everything. I'm like, well, there you go, Ron. I still got that shit in a plastic container. Obviously, I never took it out. But it says, thanks for all the hard work, Ron Jeremy. It's got fucking veins, and he was pointing it out to me, too. He's like, I'm like, I don't need that. Yep, okay, I got you. Fucking thing's huge. They did a mold of this fucking Jimmy Johnson. And that motherfucker frightened the shit out of me. I don't know the chick that looks at that and goes, oh yeah, Gavin. It's like fucking, it's a fucking... Elephant! Oh yeah, exactly! If I kept it in my fridge, I'd have to move some shit out of my fridge. Much less some woman! My God!
All right. Sean, can you talk about your role on Dexter, landing it, and particularly what it was like to work with Michael C. Hall?
Okay.
Michael was killer. Everybody on the show was killer. Let me interrupt this bullet to bring you. Look at this. Look at this. Can everybody see that? Tweet it. Can we put it up there? Tweet it. I will tweet it, but look, it's Ron standing there going like this. It's Ron, and he's standing there, he's going like this, and I'm going. We took this like on the set. I met him like 8 minutes prior. Everybody was like, how are you, Mr. Jeremy? I'm like, Ron! I know you're here! You guys here? That's you, you want it? 30 seconds. 30 seconds, here it is. Check it before you wreck it.
Should we have a countdown?
That shit really happened. Don't be sucking all the info off that phone, man. I got big fucking shit on there. Yeah, sorry. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's just the one.
Is it still up there? Is it going to go on the screen?
What's the cell number of it?
Norman's number.
That is excellent. See, I told you! Anyway, what was it like working with Michael C. Hall? It was killer. You know, it's a different thing. It's like, you know, a family that's been together 40 years and then they suddenly adopt a kid. You know, it's a killer. The kid's like, well, I got a family, but they're got their other shit going on, you know? Everybody was super, super cool and super nice. But it was such a well-oiled machine, you know, it kind of went forward at 90 miles an hour. And I only got to do one season. I would have loved to. I mean, it's always cool to do work that you know is going to get seen, you know? It just changes things, you know? I've made a career out of doing films that nobody's seen, so, you know, you put a lot of work, it's funny, but it's true, you know, you put a lot of effort into an independent film and you really don't know if anyone's ever going to see it. And it changes it when you know there's X million viewers that are going to see every single episode. It's just neat. It's really neat. It makes you feel like a real actor, you know what I mean? It's true, you know this is a hit show. But everybody was super, super nice and warm and welcoming. It was a wonderful experience for me, it really was.
One more quick question, Sean. I'm a married guy and just want to put a little excitement into my marriage. You know, it's Saturday night, we're out in Boston having a good time.
Senator my room.
Would you mind saying... Would you mind saying my wife's name in a really sexy manner? Her name is Pamela Cogswell. Pamela Cogswell.
We know her. We saw her last night.
That's where she was?
I was going to say, is that the same?
Yeah, one.
Pamela Cogswell, does that turn you on?
Thank you.
Let me tell you the weirdest shit that happened to me today. Swear to God, this is no shit. There was this dude in line to come up and meet, and he was hustling. He was like standing in line, like just looking at me like this, walking in line. And there was like people right, so he stood outside the line so he could pace back and forth. And he was like getting shit out, walking back and forth. Just I hustling at me. I'm from Texas, so you know what dudes do. I'm like, we're gonna fucking throw down. This motherfucker's gonna come over, he's got a prop, we're gonna fucking throw down, right? And he walks straight up to me, gets in front of the line, he's like, again. I fucking love you. The look on his face didn't change. He was back there doing this shit. I've loved you for a long time. And I was just standing there in that line just thinking of all the stuff that I've wanted to do to you for years and years watching it on that screen. It was the weirdest fucking shit. I was like ready to flying triangle, put him to sleep, and the motherfucker's like, you little bitch. I was just so out of context, it kind of freaked me out a little bit, you know? I went from DEFCON 5 to DEFCON 5, you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, man.
That's all right.
That's not a long answer to a question.
Well, welcome to Boston.
Thank you.
Talking about the independent film industry. Thank you guys for making, to me, and I'm sure everyone else here, the #1 fucking independent film that has ever been made. Thank you. No, seriously. Who hasn't seen this movie at least over and over 10, 20, 50, 100? What it should be now, back then, and for the future. It should never end. And with that, I got one question. Rocco, tell me a joke.
I only know a couple, you probably heard them.
You can say, if you're going to say what I think you're going to say, as many times or any joke you got, you say it, we love it.
There's a lot of Irish. Got a couple Irish jokes. Do you know what Christ, when he was on the cross, what he said to the Irish? He said, don't do anything till I get back. You know why Christ wasn't born in Ireland? They couldn't find 3 wise men in the first place.
I'm standing right here, thank you.
To the Boondock Saints right now!
Yes, Olivia.
Do it! Do it! Do it! I got a little request from the Shiner, babe. Just get up here and do it. Do it, John. I want to see the V, babe.
You know, you guys, I'll give you his room number.
She's offering to pay me in like Okay, check this out. I didn't even know this shit existed, right? The chicks are like, show me the V, show me the V, show me the V, show me. I'm like, what the fuck is the fucking V? And you know what they're talking about? They're talking about the lines. It's like the Bermuda Triangle that goes straight down to the Jimmy Johnson. Apparently, it's like a fucking arrow indicator. I've never seen it. Isn't that crazy? I mean, the chicks know about this. I didn't even know there was that thing. You know what I mean? It's got a name and everything.
Bermuda Triangle!
I cannot believe.
I believe he said
You think I would fall victim to bribery? We'll talk about it. Who's next?
No disrobing on the channel. Yeah. It's a thing. Not time.
See, that's the difference between dudes and chicks. Dudes are like, no. I don't give a fuck about indicators around it. Show me the motherfucking goods. Chicks aren't like pulling out. They're like, I just want to see what's next to it. And I'll let my brain like get all the dirty stuff because it's such an unattractive appendage. I mean, we love what it does, but it's so fucking ugly. Just show me the belly and I'll know that something neat is down there, but I don't need to see it. That's chicks and dudes. Dudes are like, fuck your belly. Fucking drop the pig. No dude's like, I love that space in between the tits. No! I love that part of the neck because right beneath it are tits. That's the difference. Like chicks are like, I'm up here, talk to me, I'm up here. Because the chicks aren't looking at the shit. They're like this fucking. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay,
now that prompted somebody, show me your balls. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have two questions. One, Brian, Fast and Furious 7. Can't wait to see it. How was it working in Atlanta?
I love Atlanta. It's the second time I've done a movie there. And yes, I get to work with this awesome actor named Jaimin Hunsu. I went down there for a week to play a bad guy in Fast and the Furious 7. It's a very special movie because, as many of you know, one of the stars, Paul Walker, died during the shooting of Fast and Furious 7, so everybody was treating it extra special. And Jason Statham is in it, he's a badass. Kurt Russell is in it, Jaimin Hunsu. But all the boys are back, and I'm trying to kill them all as the drone tech, flying a Predator with Jaimin Hunsu trying to kill everybody. So go see Fast and Furious 7 next March, it's going to be amazing.
And by the way, guys, my first professional job in Los Angeles ever was a commercial that I shot. Maybe some of you people know out there. And a dude that played my little brother was a young Paul Walker. First job I ever did. And that was eons and eons and eons ago. Subsequently, he ended up falling in love with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. He's under the Paragon banner, which makes him a teammate. And he's going to be sorely missed. But a like-minded individual, solid cat.
I know there's a lot of regulators and rookies in here. Can you explain a little bit about Toast and Post for everybody else that doesn't know about it?
Thank you for bringing that up. First of all, if you are a Twitter regulator and have a drink with me every Friday night, can you stand up? I want to see how many regulators are in the house tonight. Everybody up, come on. Thank you for making the trip to Boston. I love all you guys. Thank you. For those of you who don't know, every Friday night, 7 o'clock, on Twitter, Hollywood time, 10 o'clock Boston time. We have people from all around the world that do this. They join me every Friday night. They check in with me on Twitter on Friday, and if they have a birthday or someone's in the hospital or whatever, I write their name down on the log book. And then at 7 o'clock, we all raise a glass to celebrate the fact that we have made it one more week in this life. And then they take a picture of their drink or themselves or whatever they want to do, and then they post it. It's called Toast and Post.
How the fuck did I know?
Find me on Twitter. I am BT Mahoney. Hashtag Toast and Post. Find me on Twitter. I'll put your name down.
Is it Toast A-N-D and Post?
Yes, it's Toast A-N-D Post. It's on Twitter. I am at BT Mahoney. If you do it 3 times, you're a regulator. I automatically follow all my regulators, and I love every one of them. Thank you for showing up in Boston.
First of all, I have to say, nice gig, Katie.
What?
Thank you for telling me you were doing this.
Second, I have an Irish joke. How many potatoes does
Sit down, Katie.
No. How many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman? None.
Oh, that's sick. I love it.
Ouch. My great-grandmother hates you.
I'm one of the VIP escorts today. I'm a volunteer here. And
You're an escort?
I'm an escort. I'm a platinum escort. Yeah. And one of my very, very special platinum VIPs, it's her birthday today, and I was hoping you could say happy birthday to Samantha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry.
Happy birthday to Samantha. Happy birthday to you.
Stephanie, we mean.
Stephanie, Samantha.
Stephanie. Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Yes.
Hi. First, I wanted to say that you guys need to do a comedy because you're freaking hilarious.
Well, thank you.
And second, I want to know if we can get a picture of you with cardboard Norman. Oh my God.